All right, let's jump right in. I want you to picture something. Imagine a swarm of, say, 50 small, really inexpensive drones, all buzzing toward a high-value asset. Now, here's the problem. They're too small for traditional radar to pick up, and they're moving in completely unpredictable ways. How do you stop them? Well, that is the central problem we're breaking down in this explainer on counter-unmanned aerial systems, or what you'll often hear called CUAS. And this quote right here, this gets to the absolute heart of the issue. It perfectly captures what's known as the drone paradox. You see, you just can't fight a cheap threat with an overwhelmingly expensive solution. It doesn't work. You'll go broke winning the battle, but you'll have already lost the economic war. This kind of imbalance is forcing a complete and total rethink of modern air defense. And this really lays it out in black and white, doesn't it? On one side, you have a multi-million-dollar missile, a genuine masterpiece of engineering, and on the other, a $500 drone, probably even less. The cost difference is just staggering. So, if missiles aren't the answer to the swarm problem, what is? Well, believe it or not, the answer has been to go back to a classic, but one that's been giving a serious high-tech upgrade: the air defense gun. And in this explainer, we're going to find out exactly why these systems are now seen as the most effective drone killers on the battlefield. Okay, so let's get into our first section. We're going to unpack this drone paradox and really see why guns have become the go-to solution for this new and tricky kind of threat. So the first thing you have to understand is this concept of a hard kill. Now, soft kill methods, like electronic jamming, they're great, but they don't work on everything. I mean, what happens when a drone is fully autonomous or it isn't relying on GPS? It just keeps coming. A hard kill means physical destruction, and that's exactly where the gun comes in. So why are guns so good at this? Well, it really boils down to three key advantages, and we're going to break these down one by one. An incredibly high rate of fire, specialized ammunition, and some very advanced sensors. I love this metaphor. It makes it so clear. Think of a missile like a bow and arrow. You need one single, perfect, precise shot to hit your mark. A modern gun system, on the other hand, is a lot more like a high-powered garden hose. It doesn't need that one perfect shot. Instead, it creates what's called a dense engagement curtain, basically saturating an entire area with projectiles. It makes it almost impossible for a drone to get through unharmed. And the ammunition makes it even more effective. See, we're not talking about needing a bullet-on-bullet direct hit. These systems use something called pre-fragmented proximity fused rounds, or PPFC. All the shell has to do is get close to the drone. Then it detonates, spraying the area and just shredding the target with a cloud of lethal fragments. This massively increases the probability of a kill. But, how do you hit what you can barely see? Drones have a tiny radar signature, and that's where electro-optical sensors come into play. These modern gun systems use a whole suite of sensors, daylight TV, thermal imagers, and laser rangefinders, to detect, track, and keep a positive ID on the target, even when radar can't see a thing. Okay, let's move on and see how all this technology actually comes together. We're talking about precision and economic efficiency, and how that combination makes these gun systems a real winner in this new kind of fight. The secret sauce here is really the automation. The system's computer does all the heavy lifting. It performs automatic tracking, locking onto a drone's flight path with zero human input. And at the exact same time, it's making constant ballistic calculations, adjusting for everything from wind to target speed. This all ensures first shot effectiveness, which is just absolutely critical when you're facing a swarm attack. And this table just lays it all out perfectly. It's all about using the right tool for the right job. For those low-cost drone swarms, you use the air defense guns with their high-volume, low-cost ammo to create that saturation curtain. And you save your expensive, high-precision surface-to-air missiles for the high-value targets, like aircraft and cruise missiles. It's a smart, layered defense that's actually economically sustainable. So where does this all go from here? Well, the future is pretty much already here. We're seeing the evolution of these systems into what you can only really call smart guns, intelligent, networked nodes of defense. And this gives us a perfect breakdown of what makes them so smart. For starters, they're equipped with AESA radars that can track dozens of targets at once while continuing to scan the sky. They use AI to tell the difference between a harmless bird and a hostile drone. And they're mounted on remote weapon stations that are gyro-stabilized, which means they can fire with incredible accuracy even while on the move. But hey, the guns themselves are only half the story. The next big leap is in what they fire and what they're integrated with. Let's take a look at some of these advanced ammunition types and effectors. So, the modern CUAS platform is really a hybrid system. It might integrate things like RF jammers, or it could be ready for directed energy weapons like lasers. It might be a Gatling style platform that can fire thousands of rounds per minute. And maybe most revolutionary of all, it might fire smart projectiles.
Right. So, what are we talking about here? We are literally talking about a bullet that acts like a missile. As you can see from these steps, it's fired from a completely normal gun barrel, but then mid-flight, an onboard seeker kicks in, tiny fins deploy, and it actually steers itself to intercept a maneuvering target. This is a total game changer for air defense.
Okay, let's put this all together now. This next part is basically an exam-ready look at the entire engagement process, showing how these systems work from beginning to end. If there's one thing you take away, this is it.
And here it is, the detect to engage timeline, also known as the hard kill chain. It all starts with detection by advanced radar. Next, AI and EO sensors classify the threat. Then the ballistic computer calculates the shot. The gun engages with that high rate of fire and PFFC ammo, and the result? Kinetic destruction of the target. This whole process is automated and happens in just a matter of seconds.
So, when we boil it all down, what have we learned? We've seen that guns can defeat swarms by creating a dense engagement curtain with an incredibly high rate of fire. We've understood how that specialized PFFC ammunition means they don't even need a direct hit to be effective. And we've gotten a glimpse of the future, which is even smarter with ASA radars, AI, and those revolutionary gun-launched guided projectiles. And that brings us to our final thought, a question for you to really think about. In a saturation attack with dozens of these small drones, why is that combination of ASA radar and AI classification so much more effective than a human operator trying to track everything manually? The answer to that really gets to the very core of why this technology is the future of air defense